Hi family. Today I want to talk about something fun, something interesting, something you might probably enjoy. I want to talk about how I met with my wife. That is so interesting. You know that there is God have the person for you, but you need to be bold enough, you need to be smart enough, you need to be how should I say it, like anointed enough to see that person. It's not, trust me guys, it's not the body, it's not the package, or is it your person? Is this person that will add to you? And honestly, I can say that my wife that I love dearly, she's been such an amazing person in my life. You guys have absolutely no idea. You might have some idea, but most of you don't know what kind of person she is. It's my absolute foundation, my absolute love, my absolute support. And that's why I do what I do, because I have such a beautiful and wise person alongside me. And you need to see that. Many men, they be driven by the sexual nature to find a wife, which is ending real quick with the month of your activities and you already know each other, and then you find out this is not your person. Your person, it's the people who you laugh with, the people who you do life with, the people who actually your friend. Is it at the end of the day, you know, she's my wife, yes, she's my lover, she's my partner, but at the end of the day, is this your friend? Is this your honestly your friend that you enjoy spending time with? This is the main reason. Not have sex with, not have build something with, but is it your person that you will laugh, we will share life, you have you have something amazing to build. And I know I found that person, and we'll be celebrating 28 years of our life together this year. So that's gonna be a very, very interesting. It's gonna be fun. It's amazing journey. As many of you know, we're already grandpa and grandpa twice, and I'm sure many more to come, grandchildren. But how we met at the conference. It was really spontaneous. One of friend of mine, he said, like, there is a really famous preacher from former Soviet Union comes. That was, I don't know, it was like 94, I believe, 94. I'm not sure, probably end of 93, beginning of 94, summer 94. I'm not sure dates. My wife, she's in charge of dates. So, and he said, like, let's go to the conference. Let's go to that conference. That famous preacher comes, and let's do it. I said, like, I don't want to go. I don't know where to go. There's nobody that I know of in California. She was in California. Conference was in California as well. And he said, like, that's okay. I know people they'll give us place to stay, and let's go. And we just spontaneously just jump into the car, like two guys that have no families, no attachments, nothing. We just having fun, and we just go. You know, like it was so spontaneous. And we drive to California, of course, and conference started. Conference was really, really good. And but I saw her specifically. Before that, I dated the people, I dated girls, and I never felt that connection, guys. It's just something. People say, like, how you know this is your person? Oh, you will know something that like explodes on the inside of you. And I don't mean like romantically or sexual or something like that. I mean something you touch, that person will touch part of your life that no one else can. And in such a way, I felt like she awakened something inside of me. Like, and like I say, it's not sexual, nothing romantic at the first. It was soon as we talked about, and let me, I don't want to skip over this. I want to tell you the whole story. And as I saw her on stage, she was in in the worship in the worship team. She was singing. Of course, she was singing. That's what she does. That's who she is. And as soon as I saw her, I saw somebody that, of course, beautiful, pretty, of course, the voice, but it wasn't that. I felt connection, and I said, like, you know, this is interesting. And I felt such connection that I didn't talk to her. We went through the whole conference, blah, blah. I stayed at her uncle's house, and they show up there for interesting reasons, to have tea. They like to fellowship, to talk. And I was there. I was staying overnight there. And I saw her again, and it's just, again, it was some confirmation that this is something is on this person, something is going on. And at that time, I was like finished dating. I said, like, I'm not gonna waste my energy, waste my feelings on something that, and I was like in a prayer mode to find the person, find the one. And something clicked that never clicked with any other person that I dated. And I said, like, that's interesting, and it was stuck with me. And I get back home, and I was like fasting and praying for that, for Svetlana, for my wife, now wife, back then just a girl. And I was like, she was not just get it out of my head, you know. It's like I said, it was different. It was so different. It was such such interesting feelings she awakened inside of me. Like, I mean, something awakened. Like purposeful, something purposefully, something for the purpose that we're supposed to do. And then I fasted and prayed, and I said, like, next time, if it is what it is, I will connect with her. I will take her on a date or something. And then in a few months, there was some other conference or meeting or something. I don't really remember. And I was going there with my friend as well again. But that time, it wasn't random. I knew that she was stuck with me. She's not, for a few months, I cannot get her out of my head. And we drove there. And then I talked to her dad, now my dad as well. And I specifically said, can I get your daughter on a date with me? And he said, like, yes. I was being like honest, and I was honoring him, asking his permission, and he said, yes, of course. And we talked, and we begged, like, a couple months before the first conference, we kind of clicked with her dad. We talked and we shared, and something clicked. I mean, with him, we had like really good connection. And he said yes. He knew my friend, and then he knew me a little bit, and he says yes. He allowed us to go on a date. But that was crazy. I knew I don't want to get mistake, and I did something so insane, so crazy, guys, that I don't recommend to do to anybody if it's not from God. But I always felt like I need like solid confirmation this is my person, because at that time I already been visited by Jesus, and I already know my purpose. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know that something big is coming, and I cannot just be married to any girl. It has to be the specific person that God has for me, for my life, and for our purpose together. And I said to God, that was crazy. I don't know if many of you don't know that story. It's wild. I said, I take the ring. Imagine, on the first date, I said, God, confirmation will be, she will say yes to me. Imagine that. I don't know this girl. We're just going on a first date. And as I prayed, I was bold like this. I was crazy like this, because I don't want to make mistakes. Basically, I set up the confirmation so incredibly wild that it cannot happen. It can only happen by God. No girl on your first date will never say yes to you to get married. It's so wild. But I said, like, I will do this. I felt like I need to do this. And I'm, like I say, I don't recommend to do this to nobody unless it's God speaking to you. But with me, it was like this. I said, like, and I had a ring, and I have I will propose, and we go to the restaurant. We share. we shared with her and we talk about God, and I felt like another confirmation. She is really, really on it. She is really wanting God in her life, and I see that she's driven by purpose. She wants to do something great in her life, and I felt like that connection right away. And and basically, when we go to the restaurant, talked, and at the restaurant I felt like this is it, this is that person. And as we go to the park, and we go around the park, and we talked and we shared some more. And I said, like, God, if this is my person, that I feel like it is my person. I prayed, I fasted, I even bought the ring, and I said, like, if it's my person, she will say yes to be married on the first date. Imagine, guys, how wild this is. I mean, I never heard, nobody did this, nobody. And we sat down in the car. I was like shaking out of my head. I was shaking out of my body, and I was so afraid, because imagine, I mean, you usually propose when you're already well, like, with that person, you know that person, you already spend a lot of time with that person. And imagine you saying, you proposing on the feeling that this is your person. But like I said, if it's God, it's absolutely God. And I'm like, and I'm saying, I'm sitting there in the car shaking, and like said, if Jesus, I'm gonna pull this trigger, I'm gonna do it right now. And I say, like, said, Svetlana, I feel like we have connection, and I really, really like you. And she said, like, as well, I like you too. I feel something, I feel connection. And I say, I wanna say something. She said, yeah, okay, what do you wanna say? I said, like, would you marry me and move to state of Washington with me to be together and to do ministry later on? Of course, I didn't have ministry back then. And out of the blue, she said, yes. Would you move with me? She said, yes, I will move with you. And I see that, and I absolutely know this is not her answering to me. This is Jesus speaking through her. And back then she said, like, when I came back to house after the date and you were gone, and she immediately talked to her father, and she says, like, this is what happened, blah, blah. And of course I said later on to her father as well that I proposed, and she said yes. And we start to, you know, build that relationship before we get married. This is absolutely wild. And she said, like, soon as I got home and you went back to Washington, I don't know what happened, but she said, I'm like, what did I do? Why did I say yes? What's going on? Am I crazy? What's going on? She started doubting herself, because she's got no clue what's going on, what happened, why she said yes. And this is so funny. And funny enough, her dad started to be on my side, and he said, like, out of all the guys that you dated, he said it to her, this is the one, I feel like this is the one. And my dad now, he said, he said, like, I think this is the one. And my dad started taking my side, her pop, started taking my side and said, you should, don't doubt, pray more, you will feel that. And of course she did. She prayed some more, and then she got confirmation that I'm the one. And God told her, and she said, like, God, I don't know, I think I'm making a mistake. And God said, if you want to succeed, if you want to do 100%, like, 100, not 90, not 80, not 30, not 60%, 100%. This is the person that will take you to your maximum potential, to your destiny. So he told her, you tied to him, like, destiny wise. And then year later, we got married. So this is, guys, I think this is a really interesting story how we met, and yeah, but some of you might like that. So I hope that blessed your heart, guys. And this is like part of our story. I will share more. I want to share with you my story. I want to share with you my heart, what God's speaking to me. So more of you will know what's going on and what happened before. So in the way I kind of want to connect with you guys. So God bless you. Say goodbye till next time, guys. We'll see you later. Bye. Love you.